Hey guys, what's up? This is Jay Coleman, aka they call me Rabbit. And basically what we're doing here, guys, is we're making a video for the education channel. A little of a tutorial, a little tips and technique video. You're probably wondering what I got behind me here, other than the luggage and the tools on the table. It's something I've enjoyed doing for a while. I don't really talk too much about it, when I'm on YouTube or on Skype or whatnot. But it's something I enjoy doing, and I'll let you know what that is in just a moment. But it's really going to help a lot of people that's serious about this type of game, and it's really going to help even a beginner realize what's all involved in this type of sport. And yes, it is a sport. But anyways, guys, if you haven't seen me in a while, I'm Jay Coleman. Or if you don't know me, excuse me, I'm Jay Coleman, aka they call me Rabbit. I'm the founder and owner of ZephixCustomz TV network, and of course I have my boy who runs it along with me, co-owner and CEO, iRep Legacy, or Justin. Anyways, guys, spring and summer's coming around the corner. I've been laying low off of Skype and YouTube. Basically, I just been working my butt off, and we had a slow period, but then it picked right back up, and I can easily put in 80 hours at my job, very easy. So of course, my first job. So I appreciate all the managers, especially Justin. Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks for holding the fort down and continuing to work. Matter of fact, these guys are cleaning the house for us right now, and they're just doing a hell of a job. We're gonna take it down to the bottom and then build it right back up. Things get slow around this period anyway, so once spring and summer comes, we gotta be ready to hit it, and I'll be ready to go right along with you. So anyways, remember, guys, Zephix TV, we can partner at 300 views per day, 10,000 a month, whatever. And staff, we take care of our staff. If you need a partnership, whatever, as long as you're a hard worker, we take care of you. And we will be having another partnership giveaway soon enough. So just stay tuned. Check out Zephix TV Central, my channel, and of course Zephix Education, where this will be broadcasting. Anyways, guys, the special, my hobby, something I like to do when I have any free time, which ain't much. Believe it or not, is bowling. And a lot of people are like, "Oh Lord, it's like golf. It's boring." I don't think so. I think it's a fun game. It depends on how you look at it and what you do. Basically, what I'm going to tell you today is a few different things. If you notice behind me, I have a bunch of tools and like rags and stuff. Over here in this thing that looks like luggage, that's my bowling bag. And yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the little handheld thing you might see most of the time. That carries 2 balls, carries my shoes, accessories, a bunch of stuff. I bowl in a league. I'm not a professional by any means, but my average between 160 and 180, and I've yet to hit my first 200, and I'm getting very close. The other day I was in the 190s, so I'm borderline. The first 5 frames I ended up getting like 4 strikes and a spare, and then I had some family come in, and I just blew it. I choked. I'm like, good Lord, it was perfect. Really thought I was going to bowl. I mean, that was almost half a perfect game. So anyways, if you guys didn't know, bowling balls come in many different shapes, sizes, weights, and all that good stuff. Most people that bowl for fun, they go to the bowling alley, they grab the ball off the shelf, whatever feels good for them, and they roll. A lot of people like to try to put a hook on it. Keep in mind, guys, you can hook a ball from the bowling alley that you get off the rack. It's a little harder, but it can be done, but it's really not meant for that. Okay, that's more, keep in mind these things have cores. Okay, on the center of that ball you get off the rack at the bowling alley is going to be completely round, no core, nothing like that. It's made to roll straight, and it's actually, the center is actually made out of plastic, or excuse me, the outside, the cover stock's made of plastic. They're considered a plastic ball, a house ball, whatever. The balls that I got is what most professionals and what most people that play for a league and take the game serious would bowl. Basically in a house ball, when you get off the shelf, you're supposed to only put your fingers in up to the second knuckle, and then you put your thumb in the ball. Okay. A fingertip grip is when you see, the guy next to you bowling, maybe he brought his own, he has those little rubber inserts. Those, you're only supposed to put your fingertips. Ring finger, middle finger go up the first line. When I say the first line, I mean like the first crease in your fingers. Just the first one, not the second. Then your thumb goes completely all the way in, okay? What this allows you to do, if you have your hand like this and you hold it up on the side, and a good way to look at it is, say this is your thumb straight up, and picture a clock, and that being 12 o'clock. If you hold your thumb to 10 o'clock, and you hold it all the way through and just release normal, that will put a slight hook on a ball that has reaction. When I say reaction, I mean a core that is not round, has an odd shape, and this allows for a hook or a nice spin. Basically what a ball does for the first 30 some 40 or however many feet, it's going to skid, and when you hear them say it's going to hook in the back end or whatever, that's going to be the last I think it's 15 feet. It's 60 feet all the way to the head pin. From the foul line to the head pin is 60 feet. Okay, you're going to get a nice a light hook on the end by holding your thumb at 10 o'clock and just holding it that way, coming out and letting it go. Okay, they call that the money shot, basically because you keep your thumb kind of pointed towards your wallet the whole time until you come back and release. A couple tips to give you guys for a good release. A lot of people like to grip the ball tight when they're holding it. There's no need. Firm but not like gripping, a loose grip. You're going to bring your arm back and basically don't put any force in it. A lot of people think you got to just whale this ball down. You'll see people trying to throw it 100 mile an hour down the lane. That's not what gets strikes. It's a sport, so you do want to get a little aggressive, but don't kill yourself. Bring your arm back. Let gravity, let the weight from the ball be the force, be the motion. When you let go, or when you bring your arm around, let the ball and your arm free flow, and just let that be the motion or the force, basically. And by doing that, that's going to allow you to be more accurate. At the very end, okay, now let's say we hold it straight like this now. We came through, we let the ball drop down, and we're letting our arm kind of free flow, but let gravity and the weight of the ball do its job. It's going to make more of a straight line. Once you get to the end, that's where you put your force on it, and you're just going to bring your wrist up 2 inches. As your thumb comes out first, and just before your fingers release that ball, bring them up 2 inches. And I don't mean throw it, I mean just as you're letting go, 2 inches. Okay? A good way to practice this at home, if you want to throw a hook, take a football and put a little spiral on it underhand, like that. And as you throw it underhand and put that perfect spiral on that little Nerf football, that's the same motion, or pretty much the same motion that you'll get when you're trying to hook a bowling ball. Okay? The purpose for all this stuff, keep in mind that you're bowling on oil. Okay? Excuse me for my rough face, I ain't shabbing working. You got dry lanes, you got light oil, you got medium oil, heavy oil, medium light, you got all that stuff. I'm here to show you how to take a ball that's made from more, let's say, light oil or medium oil, and how to produce a mean hook in heavy oil. Okay, you could almost take any bowling ball. Say you bought a cheaper one, it's made for a dry lane or light oil, and you want that thing to hook. And if you want it to get traction like a Goodyear tire, then listen up, I'm about to tell you. Okay, those type of hooks are usually bought, well, excuse me, not bought, but let's say you buy a ball about 169, 200 bucks, something like that. That's going to be, most of the time, it's more dull. And the reason it's more dull is because it's got a sanded finish. That allows it to grab, to grip at the end, and gives it that hook into that pin, or in a pocket, what they call in the pocket. When I say pocket, you have the front head pin and you have the 3 pin. Okay, you want that ball to hit right between the 1 pin, which is the head one, the head pin, and the 3 pin. You hit right there, and you hit with the right hook, and you have the right carry or the right force, it's going to knock those pins over. And I'm telling you, I can throw a ball 25-30 miles an hour down the lane, but I get more strikes when I throw 14, 15 and just have a nice hook on it, have a nice form. That's what it's all about. Now, let me show you something. Basically what we have here, I have a little tool kit. We have a little drill, okay? And basically I'm going to refinish it or finish it, however you want to call it. 18-volt drill. It's got the Velcro on the pad. Now, if you don't have one of these and you can't find one, a good way to get this, get those headlight restore kits for in your auto parts store, Advance Auto, AutoZone, whatever. They're going to give you that with a pad like this, okay? And that's basically a buff pad, okay? Sticks on like that. Another thing you're going to need, sandpaper, and this is from your auto parts as well. A lot of people don't even realize you can do this, and bowling gets that technical, but let me tell you, it gets more technical. This is basically 1500 grit, 2000 grit. You can take a Scotch-Brite if you want to. If you really want a mean hook, take some Scotch-Brite, scrub it up, doll it up, and make sure you put a nice even finish around the whole thing, and that's going to help that thing grip at the end, okay? I don't like that much of a hook. I get a little bit of one, and basically the ball that I'm using is about a $100 ball. Instead of spending $200 some, I can make this ball do its job in dry, light oil, medium oil. If it's dry lane, simple. I'm going to take my pad, I'm going to take my drill, and I'm going to get me a nice polish. I'm going to polish it up, and that thing's going to do well on a dry lane, okay? Basically, you're going to want your ball kind of polished up for the dry. You're going to want it dull so it can grab traction in the heavy oil, okay? And this is basically some polish by the Storm Company. They make they sell millions of bowling balls per year. Extra shine, all-purpose polish. Looks like a little pin. This stuff works pretty well. If you don't want to sand it down, you want a little scuff. It's by Motive Power Gel, and it's kind of like wax. It's going to scuff it up for you. It reminds me of a compound that you would use. Another good thing, if you want to remove the oil from your ball, put a coat of this on half the ball, let it sit for about 30 minutes, let it dry, come back, wipe it off, flip the ball over, do another coat on the other half, let it dry 30 minutes or so, come back, wipe it down. That's going to absorb all the oil out of your ball, okay? So that stuff works pretty well. This isn't bad, but it's almost like it's a little hard to control, you know, how much grit you want or how much roughness you want. So I use that sometimes. Mainly use that to remove the oil, but I find that if you really want to get down in that surface, you start with 180 and work your way up. I don't go that far because my balls, you know, it sounds bad, but my bowling balls, I don't really need to do that. I'm pretty easy on mine, and I maintain them well. But I use 1500. I'll do the whole ball in 1500, and then I'll come back the whole ball with 2000. And what I'll do is I'll buy these. I got these at Pet Boys, about $6. And if you notice, I cut a circle. I just put this drill right here on this and made an outline, cut it out, and what you basically get, since this has Velcro on the back, is you get a nice perfect circle. Let me see, I was using this earlier. You get your nice perfect circle, and basically use the drill to sand so you ain't killing your hand, and you get a nice finish off that. I got a couple other things. I bought this pad as well. I bought this separately. Waffle foam or whatever they call it. That works well for polishing. This one's a better one. It's a little bit more rough. I'll use this for the compound or sanding, and then I use this to polish it up real nice. Now, you're going to need let's say you just want to clean your ball. Just clean it. A lot of people use glass cleaner. I picked this up. This is made by Brunswick. Just like a little sample thing. A couple bucks at Kmart. A lot of people don't realize Kmart has bowling products. Now this stuff works real well. This pad, this is the best pad I've ever seen. Clean your TV, clean your computer monitor. I use it in my bowling ball. This side's like a chamois you use in a car. This side's microfiber, and I only use microfiber and only microfiber for everything. This is actually made by Windex. This is for doing windows. But you put this on your ball, on your pad, I'll scrub it down with the chamois side, flip it over, dry it down with the microfiber side. Okay? See if I can speed this. I'm just going through a few things. Now, you're going to want your ball to sit still when you're working on it. This came out of a single bag for a bowling ball, piece of foam with plastic on the bottom. Allows your ball to sit there while you work on it. If you don't have one of these, you can order a display cup off of eBay. I got one for $3, and that allows your ball to sit there. If you don't have that, painter's tape. Sit that on the table. Well, Jason, it might scratch it up, you know. You don't want to, well, put a towel over it. Okay? And that's going to allow your ball to sit there as well. Okay? That's just a makeshift way to get the ball to sit still. Okay. Now, there's a lot of little things you can use. If you see that I have little tools here, this is like my little kit. Flathead screwdriver I'll use to get the old fingertip grips out if I need to replace. It'll be gentle, kind of go around and loosen the super glue up around it. And when it's time to come out, these little gripper here or grips, it's for fishing or something. Get the hook out. I'll use this to grab onto it. They're self-locking, and yank the old fingertip grips, which out of the ball looks something like this. These go down in the finger holes. Let's see, what number is this? This is the 3.5. That's for my ring finger. You see, it goes right down on it, and that will go in the ball. But it only goes down to that first knuckle, first line. It's just a little tool I keep around, a little brush, a little rubber end on the thing to get down in cracks. If I want to get maybe some old powder or something out of the finger holes around the edges or something, or wax or whatever. Of course, I got my super glue in case I need to glue some more fingertip grips. My little screwdriver. Okay. That's the same thing. I'll use that if I need to get them grips out. Remember, microfiber towels, nothing better. Now, if you see this thing down here on the ground, guys, my little luggage cart, whatever, I'm going to go ahead and cut the film. We're going to take a short break, and basically when we come back, I'm going to show you what's inside here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to put a finish on the ball and get that thing to hook better at an affordable price. So remember, guys, you don't have to spend $200 on one of these professional ball. Well, they're all kind of professional. They're above beginner, put it that way. And if you spend $200, you're getting a professional ball. This one is intermediate, basically. They call it affordable performance. It's pretty much mid-level, and cost me about cost you at a bowling alley about $109. I can get this ball for about $77. And I got another one in there, same thing. Okay. Anyways, guys, we're going to take a short little break. I'm going to come back and show you exactly what you need to do to these balls to get these things to hook and start making some high scores. Alright, thanks.